You keep pushing a person into a corner. At some point in time, that person is going to react, usually negatively. They will try to save their own skin. When dealing with black people, especially when dealing with black people, we don't like to be embarrassed. We don't like to be proven wrong. And when we are, we react to that, usually negatively. You are pushing Nature Boy into a corner, and you are giving him no other alternative but to slip into insanity. If he ever gets to the point where he feels that this is all coming to an end, it's a possibility that he would hurt several people that surround him right now, starting with the females. He could already have a plan right now to do something very terrible. And I know I'm not the only one that's been thinking this. What if he actually committed this terrible crime, ladies and gentlemen? It would be too late. We couldn't stop him. It's not like we could just walk down the road and say, hey, enough is enough. And I think this is one of the reasons that he decided to leave the United States, to get away from everybody's families. You understand? So that they couldn't just come to their rescue in 5 minutes or in 10 minutes or 2 hours, 3 hours. It would be a matter of days. And then by that time, he would have already succeeded in doing something terrible. I'm telling you, he's planning it now. I can't prove it without him actually saying it. But I'm telling you, I feel this too strongly. It's been bothering me for months. I've been creating this video and that video and trying to get the warnings out, and it's not being very effective. The people don't want to hear it. Now, it's not like they haven't heard it, as in they have listened to it, but they haven't accepted it, and they haven't accepted it enough to say, you know what, I need to take this warning and I need to leave, and I need to leave now before it's too late. Anybody listening to this, I'm telling you, get this information to whomever will listen to it, in hopes that this information can fall into the right hands, and then maybe it can save lives. Because Nature Boy is about to slip into insanity. I'm telling you, he's losing everything that he created, and absolutely, he doesn't want to lose this. Absolutely. He's been lying, saying that he's been telling several people to leave, but they won't leave because, you know, he said this is their home. Listen, I don't believe that. I think it's the opposite, in fact. I think that he is threatening people. If you do leave, I'll hurt you. And he's trying to somehow have this coincide with the religion. You know, I can't let you leave and you'll thank me later. You know, you don't understand it now. The same thing that he did when he raped those women. Afterwards, he convinced them that, oh, no, it's not rape. You know, I had to do this. I know what it seemed like. I know you thought that I forced myself. In a way, I did, but I had to open you up. And now you understand, see? And now you're in a better place. It's physical. It has nothing to do with anything spiritual. He's trying to fulfill his sexual desires. That's all. That's it. And he isn't willing to let that go. You're pushing him into that corner, and he is almost ready to break. But he won't react. He won't react to the people that's pushing him into that corner. He will take it out on the people that's surrounding him right now. And he could have already been doing so. As a matter of fact, I think he has abused several different women that still exist around him right now. If they could be honest, they would tell you, yes, he has knocked the shit out of me. But then afterwards, he told me that it was something that I needed because I wasn't doing something that he wanted me to do. And somehow he related this to the religion. Everything goes back to, I did this because of our belief. I did this because of our religion. I did this because it's something that you'll thank me for later. He's masking. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think these people are going to make it. If someone doesn't stand up over there and say enough is enough, and they can't show any kind of fear whatsoever, that's the only way that all of them can make it out of there unscathed, unharmed. But if they continue to show fear and have him be the dominant one, they will continue being too afraid to leave, too afraid to even talk to him about it and say, well, I've been having thoughts about leaving. And, those people are afraid, ladies and gentlemen. I can see it. I can see it. I know what fear looks like. I know what it looks like. It would be very terrible if those people were hurt. And I think Nature Boy is planning all of these terrible things. I think he has been planning this for a long time now. And the more we push him inside that corner, the more that he thinks, okay, I'm ready to do this. Don't believe me now and then be sorry later after it happens, and then it'll be too late to save any of them. I just don't, something at some point in time, we have to take responsibility and we have to do more than what we have been doing. And that goes for everything, not just this situation, but every other situation that exists inside our lives and the ones that we will endure in the future. We have to take more responsibility for each other. We have to care more about each other. We have to have more compassion, and we have to have more love for each other. And I think that a lot of people just don't care, and you just throw it to the side, or you just spectate it and you're looking for something to happen because you love drama and you love controversy, you love evil, you love everything that's just negative, and you're waiting for this man to do something. Just as others are waiting for other YouTubers to finally meet up and fight, and because they have been threatening each other. And, it gets to the point that arguing back and forth, that's not enough anymore for them. They want more. And the more that you give them, the more that they want. The more that they become unsatisfied with what you are giving them. That's why I've been saying, listen, these YouTubers, concerning AdSense, even if AdSense wasn't going through a transition in 2019, it would have came to an end anyway, because the people, I'm telling you, they are becoming dissatisfied with what you have been giving them for years. It's the same thing. These YouTubers are doing the same thing right now in the video that they did 5 years ago. It's nothing different but the time and the date and maybe the clothes that they have on. That's about it. Some of them are shooting from the same room, the same exact room, the same exact way. People are getting dissatisfied with that. They want to see more, or else they will quit being a spectator of your material. They will quit giving you donations, and then you'll stop making money, and then you would have to do something else, because you should have understood anyway that this is not going to last forever, right? I mean, come on, man. Everybody knows about this AdSense opportunity. And just like anything else, once people start to get wind of a money-making scheme or a money-making legit thing, too many people get involved, and then it starts to not pay off as much as it did when a limited amount was involved. And just like everything else, it comes to an end. The person that created it, they shut it down. But in this case, it won't be shut down entirely, but you won't get to be a part of it. You understand? The celebrities are going to take over. Do you see what the celebrities are doing now? They have to do it. They have no choice. For example, listen, the music industry, you can listen to any song that you want to in a variety of ways. You can go on YouTube and listen to it. You can go on iTunes and listen to it. Listen, I can call out 30 different ways, and it's free. You don't have to pay a dime. It's not like before when you wanted to hear that music, you had to go buy that whole album, which cost $19.99, $25. I mean, it was very expensive. They were making jack back then. As technology progressed, what happened? They had to think of other ways to make money. Selling records just doesn't cut it anymore. Does not cut it anymore. They have to go on the road. They have to get endorsements. And ultimately, they will start creating YouTube channels so that they can start making money the same way that you're making money now. They are going to replace you. As a matter of fact, it's already started. In case you hadn't noticed, it's already started. Think about it. One celebrity can gain 2.5 million subscribers in less than 48 hours. Most of you are still working on trying to achieve 100,000 subscribers, and you've been at it for 10 years. YouTube also knows this, as well as Google AdSense also knows this as well. The decisions have already been made. So this transition is going to cause a lot of people to act just like Nature Boy is getting ready to act like. Slip into insanity, because he won't have any other alternative. Just like these people, they won't have any other alternative. They don't have skills. They don't have diplomas. They don't have degrees. This is something that they put 100% into. So then they are going to react accordingly. Just like Nature Boy is going to react accordingly. If those people don't get out right now, I mean, right today, I feel that it's going to be too late. Every day that goes by, it's becoming that much harder to get out. You see? The deeper that you sink in, and it's harder to get out. It'll come a time that you are in way too deep and you cannot escape. And you can never escape. Something is about to go down with Nature Boy and his crew. I'm telling you now. I'm warning you now. I know what I'm talking about. But yet, guess what? It won't be enough people that take it serious to try and head him off somehow and stop him before it gets to that point. There's no sense in trying to talk about it afterwards. Oh, man, it's fucked up that he killed all those people. It's messed up that he killed his so-called wife or wives. It's messed up what he did to those people, man. I wish we could have did something before that actually happened. There's no sense in making those videos after the fact. As a matter of fact, if anybody make videos after the fact and you never tried to do anything, I might smack you myself. I might smack you myself. Because that would be just, come on, man. Come on, woman. Anything that you can do, you do it now. You don't wait till later. You don't wait till later. You don't wait till later. You have to understand, and I know what you're saying. Well, these people, they made their own decision. They are grown. How can you make somebody grown do something? These people were desperate. Most of them was enticed to go over there. Just like I said, when they saw the ladies walking around there naked, that was enough to make people say, yeah, I want to be a part of that. I can see these women walking around naked. I can have sex with them if Nature Boy allows me to, or after he finishes, because he is alpha, so he gonna go first. And just like I said, he slept with every female that ever came around him concerning this whole situation. I'm telling you, I can put a guarantee on that. He slept with every female that landed in that terrible place, or places, in other words. And then when he decided that he didn't want to have sex with one or two anymore, then he passed them along like leftovers to those stupid dumbass niggas. They didn't care. They were so desperate enough to take the leftovers. Like somebody starving. They're not going to mind eating leftovers, are they? If they starving, desperate enough to take anything that you give them. As a matter of fact, you could be chewing something, take it out of your mouth and give it to a starving person, and tell me they won't eat that. Tell me they won't eat that food. They'll eat it like it's a butter cracker. You understand? It'll be the best tasting food that was ever in your mouth, and theirs too. I can guarantee you. That's what desperation is. You understand? That's the meaning of desperation. They'll do anything. So most of the people were enticed to go over there because they heard that these women were walking around there naked and they can have sex all day and they don't have to work. And that's why most of those men found their way over there. Every female that landed over there, Nature Boy had them first. And then he passed them around like leftovers. Yeah, I already fucked her. You can have her now. You know, I don't want her no more. She done every vile and nasty thing to me. And I did it to her too. So yeah, you can have her. Jesus Christ, man. And all this AIDS business. Listen, I don't even have to say anything about that, do I? I can guarantee you that it's too late for at least the majority of the people that's there concerning having venereal diseases, HIV, herpes. Man, you might as well just stay where you are, really. I mean, to really give it thought, you might as well really stay where you are. If it wasn't for the fact that Nature Boy would end your life before AIDS would end your life, or the other diseases that you have picked up along the way, it wouldn't be any reason to leave at all. Because you're going to bring that shit back to the United States. You know what? And that's another thing, too, that young Pharaoh was saying. He said, even if they wanted to come back inside the United States, they might not allow them to. If they test them and all these diseases come up, they would quarantine them for real. He was joking about it, but that's for real. They would keep you where you are. You would never be allowed to come back in the U.S. Not with all those diseases. And you could have something that's brand new. You never know. I'll tell you another guarantee. The government is paying attention. And they have been doing so for at least 6 months, to my knowledge. It could be a little longer, could be a little less. But they are paying attention, not because Nature Boy is a threat and he has so much knowledge. It's never that. It's never that. It's for other reasons. And I'm telling you, it could be a possibility that they could try to blame Nature Boy for something that they did themselves. Now, you know exactly what I'm trying to allude to, right? They could actually off all those people, including Nature Boy, and then set it up like Nature Boy did it himself and then did himself in. They could be ready to green light with this now as I speak. It would be so easy to cover it up just as I said it. So easy. Just so that they wouldn't have to deal with these people bringing anything back inside the United States. It's a lot of things that stand in front of those people like a brick wall. I don't think that there's a way out. I think it's too late. I know it's sad to think that, and people want to have hope, and I've said so myself. Well, maybe if they would listen, and then maybe they could get it at the last minute. I think that last minute has came and went. I think it's too late now. I think it's too late. That just came to me. I think it's too late. Those people have waited too long now. Notice the other people that had enough common sense to leave. They don't have to worry. They have missed all of the things that will take place in the near future. And some of them, they're going to weep. They're going to weep because they're going to be thinking, you know what, I avoided this. But I could have still been there when everything went down. I left just in time. If I would have just not listened to myself, then I would still be there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they are going to weep when they find out what happens to those people. Those people that they were around, that they had gotten to know. This is more serious than people want to believe that it is. They think that it's just another YouTuber that's trying to gain views and trying to gain donations, and it's much more than that when it comes to Nature Boy. I think the number one thing is fulfilling his sexual desires. Now, I'm not trying to start anything about what I'm about to say, but usually when you're dealing with gay people, gay individuals, they have a hard time stopping themselves when it comes to their sexual desires. They give in. They are very weak. It's their weakness that they can't control. Absolutely, they cannot control it. And they give in to it. And it's no wonder that this man went from being gay to let me fulfill another kind of a sexual desire. Not just being with one female, but I can be with every female that comes around me. And then I won't stop there. I'll pass the leftovers to some of the other men that decided to be a part of this fiasco, this bullshit, this satanic, demon-filled bullshit. And not stopping there, but trying to get people to believe that it's all about his religion. It's all about spirituality. It's all about something that doesn't exist. I'm laughing because, you know, it's funny that this man was able to manipulate so many people. But I knew how he would achieve this because of desperation. Again, let me lend you the example of a starving person that hasn't eaten in, let's say, about 4 or 5 days. You could actually be eating something and have it in your mouth, chewing it, eating it. Take it out of your mouth and give it to that starving person. That person, good God Almighty, they would treat that, whatever it was, like it was a steak dinner. and it was in your nasty ass mouth. You understand? That's how desperate these people were. And they decided, yes, I want to go around Nature Boy. Even after hearing everything that they heard, even after seeing it firsthand while being around him, they said, my desires supersede any kind of trouble that may take place in the future. So I'm willing to take the risk. That's their thought process.